In 1999, on a foggy road in rural Sweden, a man claimed to have a brief encounter with a stranger who uttered the eerie words, "It would be tragic to see humanity end." What was this man's story, and what did he mean by that? Let's analyze the details. Our story begins in a small Swedish town nestled near a dense forest and frozen lakes. It was a winter night, like any other, with not much going on in the quiet community. As the snow fell softly from the sky, few cars dared to venture out onto the empty roads. Among them was the narrator of our tale, a hardworking individual returning home from a long day at work. As he drove along the familiar route, a thick fog had settled over the landscape, shrouding the surroundings in an eerie mist. Suddenly, through the haze, he noticed a tall, pale figure, or man, standing by the roadside. The figure seemed to be quite old, clad in outdated clothes that made him look like a man out of time. Curiosity and concern tugged at the narrator's heart. Could someone be stranded out here in the freezing cold? He couldn't just drive past without offering a helping hand, so he pulled over his car and stepped out into the swirling fog. As he approached the man, he noticed something odd. Despite the heavy snowfall, there were no footprints in the snow leading up to the man, as if he had simply materialized out of thin air. When the narrator asked the man if he needed assistance, he turned around and spoke in a calm but chilling voice. "You don't need to worry about me, but you should worry about humanity. Soon, it will end." The man's words hung in the air, heavy with foreboding. But what struck the narrator as even more peculiar was the stranger's accent or language. It was slightly off, almost mechanical, or as if it were echoing from somewhere else. The man continued, "I have seen the end is inevitable. It would be tragic to see humanity end." His eyes or skin seemed strange, too smooth, with no visible pupils. It was as if the very essence of his being was shrouded in mystery. The narrator, taken aback by the unsettling encounter, looked away for just a second. And when he turned back, the man was gone. Any trace of his presence vanished into the thick fog. Yet the air was thick with a strange metallic smell and a faint humming noise. Alarmed, the narrator rushed back to his car, and as he got in, he noticed that the dashboard flickered, and his watch showed that he had lost several minutes of time. In disbelief, he shook off the experience as a bizarre, one-off event. But weeks later, strange things began to happen in town. Animals died suddenly and inexplicably. Farmers found their crops withered and destroyed, and an eerie silence fell over the once peaceful countryside. One night, witnesses saw strange lights dancing in the sky, formations that defied explanation. And then they started seeing the man again. The same tall, pale figure, in outdated clothes, standing silently by the roadside, warning everyone he met with the same chilling phrase, "It would be tragic to see humanity end." Now, we must ask, who, or what, was the man on that road? Was it a time traveler from a dystopian future warning of humanity's ultimate fate? A cryptic alien envoy sent to deliver a message before the inevitable demise of our species? Or perhaps a figment of the narrator's imagination? A hallucination brought on by the harsh winter night and isolation. What do you think really happened that night in Sweden in 1999? Share your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for more intriguing content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.